Hi, today I want to review the CoverGirl truBlend liquid makeup. This is their new truBlend. I'm not sure if this is a just a new packaging or maybe like a new formula for their truBlend liquid makeup, because I know they already have like truBlend series like makeup line. And I never tried the original truBlend makeup, so this looks a lot like the Outlast Stay Fabulous. Like if you see the bottles, they look exactly the same, except for the pump are different colors, and then also the plastic cap on the truBlend one is sort of like a coffee color tinted cap. And also, I feel like the truBlend makeup is a little bit heavier, but probably it's because I already used up like 1/3 of this bottle. Maybe that's why. But they're the same, 30 milliliter, 1 fluid ounce, pretty standard. I got the Outlast for $11.99 at CVS, but I had some coupons, so it was like $8 or $9 I paid for. And then this the new truBlend one, I got this from Target for I think $8.99 or $9.99. So it's actually, I guess it's cheaper than the Outlast one, but I really do like the Outlast 3-in-1 foundation. I use this every day with the Misha BB cream. If you see my new updated foundation routine, you'll see that I use this. And it's really good foundation. I don't even need to set it with a powder. But I just want to give this a try because it says this is sort of like color matching kind of thing. So since the Outlast one matches my skin perfectly, I thought I'll give this a try. And the Outlast foundation is sort of like a matte finish, and I think maybe winter time, even though I use a BB cream underneath, I feel like sometimes it gets a little bit cakey. So I want to try the truBlend one. Hopefully this will be a more natural finish. And I already used this once, and I got the shade in Buff Beige, which is I6. I don't really understand the whole number series and stuff like that. But it just says you were 2 for 25, and this is I6, so it's Buff Beige. I don't really understand what that means because all the numbers are different for their makeup foundation lines. But this is a pretty okay match. I think it's a little bit on the like a tanner side than the Outlast one. The Outlast one fits me perfectly, matches my neck and everything because it has like a more yellow base. The Buff Beige, I don't know. I just think the Buff Beige is a little bit on the pinkier side, and it's also a little bit grayish, kind of like the BB cream that I'm using. And I also applied this with the e.l.f. Small stippling brush, which I use this a lot with the foundation. It's really good. So I don't really use my finger to blend out foundations. So like I said, I use this once. It gives a pretty nice natural finish, not as matte as the Outlast foundation. It doesn't, I don't think it lasts as long. I think probably because the Outlast one has a primer built in, and then also this doesn't have SPF, so that's kind of like a minus. Other than that, I realized that this doesn't have as much as of coverage as the Outlast foundation. The Outlast foundation actually is it's like a buildable coverage from like medium to full, but this one I think is supposed to give you like a really natural skin-like finish, so the coverage is more like light coverage. So I'm just gonna pump like a little bit on the back of my hand. Like I said, this one is more of a beigey color. I mean, I got the Outlast one in nude beige, and I got this in buff beige, and I can definitely tell that this has more of a like, you know, beige, but more on the kind of pinkier, like grayish side. So I'm just using the small stippling brush and stipple this foundation all over my face. Keep in mind that I have the Misha BB cream underneath as a base. I use that as a base for me instead of a primer, and I find that gives a bit of a coverage and evens out my skin tone. It kind of like protects my skin from just applying foundation straight on my face. Usually if I stipple the Outlast foundation on my face like this, it will definitely covers up all the marks and the redness and stuff and bumps. But as you can see, I put this one layer on my face and it doesn't cover up the redness and some of the acne marks. So that's why I think this is more of a light coverage foundation. So that's the downside of it. But if you have pretty good skin, very minimum like blemish spots, or if you just have like unevenness to your skin, I think this is a really good foundation for you, because it's really quick. You can just like blend it out and then it will even up your skin tone. But if you have sort of like acne prone and problematic like skin issues like me, like acne scars and also redness, stuff like that, then you might want to try the CoverGirl Outlast foundation. I actually highly recommend that foundation. That has a really good coverage, and it has SPF in it, so you don't have to worry about wearing a sunscreen if you forget to wear one underneath. If you have oily skin, you might want to either you know, like, you may want to like use the Outlast one. But if you have combo and oily skin, you can set your T-zone with a powder, and I think as you can see, it does give a really natural finish, more like a skin-like, and it's not like a dewy glow. It's more like healthy skin, like more like a plumper, like healthy skin look, instead of like a dewy shiny look. So I do like that aspect of it. So avoid it if you have oily skin and problematic skin. So I recommend this. I definitely recommend this foundation to someone who has very minor skin problems. It definitely evens out the skin tone, and it gives a really natural light finish and light coverage. Yeah, if you don't want something that's heavy like mask-like, then use this. And I think if you have dry skin, I don't think this is that drying. But if you're not sure, always apply a moisturizer underneath this. But I recommend using a sunscreen, or maybe set a powder on top of this makeup that has sunscreen, like SPF in it. Other than that, it gives a pretty like nice and natural finish. I think this finish kind of reminds me of the Makeup Forever HD Flawless Foundation, because that foundation also gives you kind of that very like skin-like finish that's that's like healthy and natural. But the Makeup Forever HD foundation has a bit more coverage though than this one. This is definitely of a light coverage foundation, and I find that buff beige is a little bit too pinkish on me, because when I look at myself in the mirror, it definitely looks like this is a shade like too grayish pinkish on me. Like my neck here I have more yellow tone here in the neck area, so that's why the nude beige one is a lot better. I don't really know how to work with these kind of shades. I think they do go for like warm, neutral, and cool, something like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I really don't understand the whole number series. So that's that. But this is just one layer. And I have to go over it with a concealer because the second layer is not gonna cover up my spots, so I have to use a concealer. That's why I find it's a bit annoying, whereas this one doubles up as a concealer and foundation. So this is the CoverGirl truBlend liquid makeup. This is a new packaging and new formula, I believe. And thanks for watching. Please rate and comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.